What is vibing? This is Vish, and today I'll be responding to Sadhu's video on spiritual America as never seen before. Also, if you hit that subscribe button, I'd be truly grateful. And before I continue, let's take a nice deep breath in together, and then an exhale. I'm a meditation coach and I've guided hundreds of people on their meditation journeys. If you have any questions about how to start, or even where to begin, either comment down below or message me on Instagram @VishVibes. Sadhu is a yogi, mystic, and visionary who is enlightening the world. This video is going to be very interesting because I've had a huge fascination with the Native American culture ever since a young age. And even recently, Sadhu did a really cool spiritual America trip where he was traveling on his motorbike throughout the country and talking to the Native American peoples and connecting their spirituality with that of the Indian from India. Let's see what this video is about. I love the effects. Beautiful.
They have been living in this land for anywhere between 10 to 40,000 years.
I could see his spirit, it's very strong.
For over 5,000 years, a city with a whole elaborate spiritual and religious processes and rituals existed. Be with us, ride with me. Bear Butte, Black Hills. This region is sacred for the Lakota nation.
It's just gorgeous.
Crazy
man.
Horse, one of the most well-known and quite a remarkable leader of the Lakotas. His father received his vision here at the Bear Butte.
This gift that I'm going to present to my friend is not coming from me. It's coming from this mountain, from the Creator. These are the most sacred to us, the most sacred. And the prayer that is with this, to be with you on your journey. Whenever you leave home, they're going to take care of you, be with you. Whatever you ask for, that will come to be.
Beautiful club.
It was really beautiful. It was like him and I was walking on them clouds and we flew into each other. Very powerful. And I could see his spirit. It's very strong. And I hope he prays for us too. It was awesome, beautiful. That's why I said I hope to see him again someday. Thank him for coming here. The things we shared, we talked about, now he knows me better. And maybe our visions will come together someday.
In this Lakota country right now, it is very, very eye-opening to see how they were fond of Mother Earth, how they structured their life around that, and how they lived in tune with nature, with absolute passion for everything around them and a certain sense of dispassion about their own life, about their own death. I think there is a lot that modern societies need to pick up from ancient societies, because there was a
Agreed.
certain cohesiveness with life around them. Without that cohesiveness, everything seems to be a problem.
Wow. Now, let's take another nice deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That video was one of my favorites, to be honest. It was a beautiful cross-section between Indian spirituality and Native American spirituality. It's beautiful to note how way back in the day, during the times of Western colonialism, how Columbus had mistaken the Americas for India, and he'd call them all Indians, and even today people are referred to as Indians. India itself, or Indians, are really just a reference to the Indus River. So it is a completely unconscious name to provide for these native peoples. But fast forward all these years, to see people from India actually interacting with the natives is something I would have never expected. Even more beautifully, seeing the Native American spiritual person interacting with the Indian mystic spiritual person, it's just such a beautiful time that we live in. Truly grateful for technology, because if it wasn't for technology, these two worlds wouldn't be able to meet, and so we wouldn't be able to share a lot of the nuggets of wisdoms that he has to offer. I also want to truly appreciate Sadhguru for taking on this adventure and sharing Spiritual America with the rest of the world, and also show how there are certain significant and practices of the native cultures, and that there's a lot of things that we tend to pick and choose out of what we want, especially in the West. And I can speak on behalf of it because I was born in America and grown up here. And it is nice to see that the West is slowly shifting towards more of that yoga, meditation kind of route, and even to an extent Native American practice route. But at the same time, just as a thing that we must be considerate of and open to, is the idea of picking and choosing things that appeal to us. So for example, yoga today, especially in the West, is known as a physical movement, almost a workout type of thing. And the spiritual element is very subtle. It's the complete opposite. Yoga, at its truest form, from the Eastern view, is the union with the universe, and the physical movements is such a small part of it. Moving past that, even with a lot of the hallucinogenic ceremonies that take place in the West, they tend to be a huge part of the modern day yogi culture in America. But again, that is such a small part of their life, and there's so many other things that we must appreciate and learn to understand. There's nothing wrong with picking certain things that we like, but to represent it all as that is a very unconscious thing. For example, with the yoga, and saying that this is yoga, I'm going to do yoga, it's not real yoga when you're just moving your body and really just doing gymnastic postures. Also, according to Sadhguru, there are a lot of yogic postures and even positions where if done in the subtlest of subtle, it's not in the most conscious of ways, it can do more harm than good. So just things to be aware about. Now, just as a quick brief overview of what I saw here and observed, it was really beautiful to see the spirits of both the natives and the mystic interacting, and it's even really cool to see how the native man himself was able to see that spirit within Sadhguru. Sadhguru truly is a powerful being. As he calls it, he's a guru, and he's not even a person, he's a device, and we can learn from that device through technologies like inner engineering. Thank you so much for watching this response to Sadhguru's video on Spiritual America. Take this joyfully, make it a day, and stay conscious.